Okay, what is the daily routine? What am I supposed to focus on every single day? That is exactly what I'm going to be speaking about throughout this video. This sheet right here can be found in the school community, but these are all of the things that I was focused on within the first month of really perfecting and building out as a copywriter, and you likely should do the same. Now, I'm going to get to this in a moment, okay? That's the routine part. But what is the key to success as a copywriter? That is what I was asking myself. What am I supposed to do for outreach? What's the perfect Loom video? What's the perfect cold DM script? That's what I thought would be successful, or what would make me successful as a copywriter. But 2,000 cold DMs later, nobody responded, and I was like, what am I doing? Is this a waste of time? Is copywriting even worth it in 2025? That's honestly what I was asking myself. Once I switched my perspective, my frame on what should I focus on every single day as a copywriter, everything changed. So here's some proof that I actually am doing what I'm talking about. No, I'm not an expert. I'm an intermediate. But just 90 to 100 days ago, I was in the same position that you may be in. No clients, don't know how to copywrite, haven't read any copywriting books. I am very close to that. So just listen to what I have to say. This is my personal opinion. This is my perspective on how I've been able to generate this amount of revenue this quickly as a copywriter. So yesterday, first of all, this is my Upwork profile. I have just over now $5,000 earned on Upwork, but you can see here I signed a client yesterday, January 24th, for $2,000 a month. I work for 100 hours per month at $20 an hour. That's $2K every single month. So just for proof, again, my profile also is public, Trey Alvarado. If you want to go steal what my profile looks like, feel free. But it's more important that you understand what I'm about to tell you in this video, in my honest opinion. So this right here is what I call a decision-making matrix. This helps you decide what to focus on every single day. Maybe you have a normal 9 to 5. Maybe you have schoolwork to take care of. I'm not sure what you have to take care of, but this right here, this decision-making matrix will help you decide what you should focus on every single day. When I first started, I was worried about everything, and I wasn't worried about the right things. This right here, which I'll get into in a moment on how to use this effectively, can really change your life and change the ability to become an effective copywriter. So this right here is heavily influenced by the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. But on the left-hand side here, we have everything that I worked on, as I said earlier on the video, everything I worked on in the first 1 to 2 months. You need to perfect these things. In my opinion, we'll go through which one's most important using this decision-making matrix. But weekly goals, essentially, I list out everything that I need to get done in that week. This actually ended up taking me, again, 1 to 2 months, but reading the books like the Boron Letters, Take Their Money, Cashvertising, very important. Building a swipe file, doing all these things, a KPI sales tracker, very important. Stripe payment, having a contract, a presentation for sales calls. If you're building a personal brand, having content systems, editing software, having your profile optimized and set up. Maybe that means also having a verified check mark. Like, there's a long list of things that you got to get done as a copywriter. I get it. It's very overwhelming, and it can, kind of freeze you and result in maybe you just consuming a ton of YouTube videos because you don't know where to start. Trust me, I've been there, done that. Just watch the entirety of this video because it will explain everything. So essentially, what we're going to do is kind of take what we feel is the most important and list them out. So I'm going to go ahead. This may be a longer video, but just, I promise, stick around. So we are going to find the kind of do it now tasks, which are most important. In my opinion, depending on your position, I just 100 days ago had no understanding of copywriting. So reading books, that is the most important. Educating yourself, maybe even watching this YouTube video, is very important. So education / reading books. That's number one on the do it now matrix. Number two, in my opinion, I would say building out a swipe file, also very, very, very important. I'd say that's probably number two. Number three would be building a personal brand. You watching this video right now, just from person to person, I have clients reach out to me wanting to work with me via my Instagram DMs, via Twitter, just because of the videos I post. And so if you build some sort of personal brand yourself, speaking on things you're passionate about, speaking on maybe even copywriting, you will attract clients. And I promise you, even at 60 to 100 views a video, you will attract clients, which that's why I think these three things are so important. Now, notice I did not include a ton of other things, KPI sales tracker. I didn't include a contract, a presentation. These are the things that I'm most focused on as a beginner, okay? The key is to not overwhelm yourself. That's what this system helps with. So for Monday, say today's Saturday, so maybe we would be starting this next week. I then would say, all right, this is the book I'm gonna be reading, The Boron Letters. Okay, for Monday, we can also do another thing. We'll do, maybe 1 to 2 hours of reading. We'll also build out our swipe file if we have time. And we will also build out our personal brand, okay? So maybe we'll build out a personal brand system for content, a content system, if you will. So we'll put that there. So these are the three main focuses. Do not worry about anything else until you finish them. So down here at the bottom, this is a time blocking sheet. Really, it's super simple. You'll just map out every single hour of the day and you'll incorporate, say for the Boron Letters, this is when you'll work on it from, for example, maybe it's 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. So you'll just put Boron Letters and you'll kind of carry this down. It'd be 7, 8, and we'll just stop at 9 a.m. Boom. So from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., I know that I'm working on reading the book. That may be too long of a reading session for some people, but that's just an example, right? And then after, next most important thing is a swipe file. So we can build that here. For those that don't know what a swipe file is as well, all it is just examples of good copy you've seen online. You can sign up to newsletters. You can sign up to the school community and see what my copywriting looks like personally, and then add that to your swipe file. But if you don't have one at all, you can also just steal mine. That's in the school community as well. Just go to the resources tab and you can steal that. So then maybe we'll work on the swipe file for 2 hours. And so as you can see, we have kind of taken this entire list, we've compiled it into the most important things over here. And again, these are the things that I focused on. I built all these other things after I finished learning about copywriting. That was my approach. If you're curious as well, what I would next work on is a cold outreach system, which just watch my other videos. There's plenty on this channel. I use Upwork, I use cold DMs. Go binge watch my content. That should help you kind of build this whole outreach system because I kind of use a mix of all these things. So in my opinion, I'd also probably say, if you're curious, after building all those things out, I would say build your outreach systems. I recommend just having like 1 to 2, for me, Upwork, cold DMs. You don't need to do paid ads or anything like that unless you want to. So those would probably be my top 4 most important priorities as a copywriter. And again, fill in everything. I recommend that you start building everything before you sign your client. You know, you don't have to build it while having a client. That could be a lot. Try to build as much as you can before, but do stuff like educating, building a personal brand on the back end, kind of in behind the scenes, right? So figure out a good schedule that works for you so that you can kind of manage everything. But again, if you kind of feel that you're getting overwhelmed, do the same thing and kind of recalibrate and refigure out what your priorities are. Maybe you don't have enough time to do content, so then take off, or maybe you don't have enough time to do the swipe file. Take off the swipe file and then move it to the next day. It's pretty straightforward. That is my entire system that I use. At some point, this decision matrix will help you as well. in building out a team. So delegating to other copywriters. Maybe you have graphic designers if you're working with e-commerce brands, which I do. So I'll list out tasks like I have to create a graphic for an e-commerce company. Can I delegate it? And you just go through this list over and over and over until you have a digestible plan for your day-to-day. That is exactly what I did. It took me maybe 4 months or so, 3 months of just kind of torture, kind of just doing everything and really getting nowhere. So having something like this, again, this can be found in the school community, is the key to success. It's the routine. It's the rituals you have in place that you follow daily that will make you a successful copywriter. Again, that's everything that I have learned over the past couple of months. So if you could, please leave a like, leave a comment. I love reading those comments. Hopefully I made sense as well. This may be a bit of a longer video, but I wanted to go in depth as in depth as possible in this video because it's very important. I mean, the routine is what will make you successful. So with that out of the way, I hope you enjoyed. Any other questions as well, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram, Twitter, school. I'll be sure to answer as best as I can. So with that out of the way, thank you again for watching. See you soon.